Alright guys, we are jumping into the game as we spawn down here in the bottom right hand corner of the map. Top of the blue Zerg player representing No Dice Gaming. It is good to be No Dice Gaming's Cham.
The upper left as the red Protoss, it's Gool. So last series, you're facing a diamond player who, you know, was pretty good for a diamond player, right? But he did mention that he hadn't played in 2 months. His hands are hurting already, stuff like that. Facing up against Cham, I'm not feeling so hot for Gool. If he hadn't said that, I might be like, oh, maybe it's gonna be a good game. But now I'm thinking Cham might just, Cham might slam this 2-0.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Well, actually, I do know a little bit of Spanish, just very barely a little bit, and I think we actually had Gool asking like, who's the best Zerg in Mexico? And one of the Spanish commentators said Cham is. So already got some backup, and I've got to like say, Cham is actually a really, really good Zerg player in Mexico. Like in the North American scene, you don't often hear a lot about the Mexican like players and stuff in the Mexican scene besides Major. But Cham is one of those players that I have been seeing more and more of, and look at this. Same opening from Gool.
Not going to be quite as weird game as it was. Cham was the one of the only players to really get close to beating Major, by the way, in Season 1. Because Roach Hydra is pretty much Major's only weakness. And Cham did a lot. I'm pretty sure it was Cham, anyways. I'm pretty sure. No way it's not going to be the same game, though. Oh, come on.
The drones are being pulled this time. That is going to be the big difference. Cham is going to be able to react, and he should be able to get a cancel on both these. That's the thing. These cannons are so far out into like the center, they can just get a full surround on this. And the reason why he does that is because he wants to turn this into a contain. But, I mean, where does he go from here? He's invested a lot into trying to get this working. Wait, he lets them finish?
It only kills a drone, so not a big of a deal. Oh, you mean the
cannons?
You meant Gool let them finish. Okay.
Yeah, Gool let them finish. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising. You could have had that next turn a lot sooner. Obviously, he needs a cannon at home because the lings are out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he just traded 3 Zerglings and a drone for 2 photon cannons and soon to be a pylon. So that's what? That's actually literally 2 cannons and a pylon. That's 400 minerals. That's a nexus. Yeah, and in exchange for 50 minerals for the drone and like 75 minerals for the 3 Zerglings. That's 125. It's not gonna stop me. I'm doing math on stream. Talk about something else.
So what's also kind of funny about this is that he went for the in-base forge, which is supposed to trick out your opponents and making them think that you're going for Nexus first because they don't see anything at the natural. But it does mean that there's obviously not a wall right now, whereas usually there would be. King 67 is already a big wall off to make. People are more and more preferring this diagonal wall that we see here. It's not really going to play into the game unless Cham decided to make 20 lings after seeing that cannon rush.
Yeah.
Which most people just don't do. But it could have. It's a little worrying. I mean, I play a little bit of Protoss, and I don't forge fast expand, but when I do, I'm just like, I know it's only 2 minutes into the game, and I'm worried I don't have a wall. Like, there's nothing to be doing, but I'm still like freaking out, man.
Yeah, exactly. And to be entirely honest, Cham is actually a fairly aggressive player, at least from what I've seen of him. He's definitely not shy to be very aggressive, even kind of weird situations. So I kind of like that Gool is still going for that kind of early wall off and got up that early cannon. Didn't take too many risks exactly. Like, I think he threw down the cannon before he threw down the Nexus. I could be wrong about that, but I know he threw down the cannon before the gateway. So just playing cautious against this guy because he could just do some really weird aggression.
By the way, guys, good news for those who are asking about Rifkin. He'll be joining us for a triple cast.
Oh, God.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, someone actually messaged Rifkin and said that it kind of seems like a cool idea, and I was like, well, let's go ahead and do it, and then Riff finally responded. So, triple cast for the next game, for the rest of the series, I guess you could say, and then I'm gonna go, and Rifkin's gonna take over for what would be the you know, probably the semifinals, really, depending on how the rest of the bracket's going.
Semifinals. Yeah, we could very well end up seeing the winner of this facing off against Suppy. I say that as Suppy, I'm just assuming that he's gonna win. Maybe he can actually get a good run for his money, but I think he's definitely gonna be one of the favorites coming into that. But yeah, if we do that triple cast, that will actually be a balance cast. We'll have a Zerg, a Protoss, and a Terran.
I'm not Zerg, bro.
Oh my God, you're not Zerg anymore! I keep forgetting this, Sammy.
It's been like 2 years.
That's because I knew you from like I knew you as a Zerg. I distinctly ingrained that in my mind.
It's like it's like learning my name is Omega for 2 years and thinking, and now you gotta call me Jessica, and how's that gonna happen?
Oh yeah. Alright, well, Zealot's doing some good damage over here. It actually managed to take out a lot of these Zerglings that most people are going to be able to get out of there, but overall, Cham defends against the early gateway aggression.
Ooh. I'm bullshit for. Oh, you're getting a little dangerous there.
Oh.
Dangerous.
Behind this, third expansion getting taken, though.
Usually, as we kind of figured that maybe this cannon rushing whole thing was because he's a little out of practice. That's usually the anyone's go-to. I shouldn't just say Protoss. Anyone's go-to is to be a little more aggressive and all liney if they're out of practice and they don't think they're going to do well. A, they kind of get lucky, and B, it's at least short, you know, so not wasting so much time on it. So it's surprising to see Gool go ahead and expand off this and try and play a macro game. But also, I kind of respect him for it too. Like, you know, you're out of practice, maybe you're not feeling so great. You're still going to bring this into a macro game. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Robotics Facility and Twilight Council going down for Gool. And one thing I want to note, and something that I don't think we really talked about too much, is that in all these PvZs, he goes for all these kind of early cannon shenanigans and everything, and he always gets up to third. Like, for even on Deadwing, I think he did this. He's doing this all on one gateway. Like, the aggression that he does, taking the third expansion, throws down his tech, and then he adds on the gateways. This is actually kind of a really interesting thing that you don't see all that often. It feels really, really greedy to me. Like, I mean, just look at his gateway units right now. He has a Stalker and a Sentry to defend his third, and a Mothership Core.
I agree 100%. On Deadwing, he took that third, but he already had like a... Oh, no, wait, no, that's right, because that whole attack happened where the third was canceled, so...
Yeah.
It is the same type of greed, isn't it?
And I think that actually the Deadwing game, well, not the entire game, but that one, the earlier part of that game, like the losing the third and everything, I think that was sort of a symptom of the fact that he was on one gateway for such a long time. Like, think about it, when the attack finally came with all those roaches, he well, actually no, it was even before that. It was just the Zerglings. Like, he had a Sentry or something out. That was pretty much it.
It was pretty greedy, but honestly getting away with it for now.
Yeah, that's true.
Worker count's pretty even. King Sejong is a very good map, I feel, for Zerg, just because the Zergs that decide to go for some type of play that really benefits multi-pronged attacks. So basically, the Roach Hydra attacks on either side. Roach with Burrow, I think, is very good because you can break down these rocks and you can start tugging the Protoss apart. It seems to be very effective. So that's the only reason I say that I kind of prefer Zerg on this map against Protoss. Maybe there's other reasons. Maybe people say it's Protoss favorite for other reasons. I don't know. But that's my feeling so far.
Yeah.
But Cham's not going to go for it. He's actually going to wait for Vipers, it seems, with this very fast hive.
Yeah, and I mean, I like that Cham. He already has Overseers out, and this Dark Shrine, the Warp Prism Dark Shrine may be able to do a little bit more over here, but whoa, Hive morphing in right now. The Dark Templar is going to get vision of this. This feels like this is a 12-minute hive, basically.
It was like a 11:40 or something like that.
Oh
it was very, very early, but it's specifically for Vipers. Now, scouting this, you might say, like, well, what can he do? And basically, it's just, you know, get those High Templars, you know, that's the... If you're gonna hold off, which I don't think he was, because last time he did show us that he liked going up to it and getting the Archons and then that Immortal Zealot bust. He certainly would, if he saw that, he would go straight up to High Templars. You need those feedbacks against the Vipers.
Yeah, definitely. I do like the fact that right now, I think Ghoul's getting some pretty good scouting information off, like, and just keeping his Cham at home. Like, he's being very, very annoying with his DTs. He's warped in 2 more DTs, harassing the 4th expansion. He still has that Warp Prism alive. He's gonna move back into the main base with 3 DTs. I like it, but at the same time, Zombie Grub, he's made a lot of DTs.
It's dangerous. We cast Todd yesterday, and I felt like there's no way he gets it.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
a little worrying, but
has the Warp Prism been scouted though? Like, that's an option for. Okay, wait. He runs the DTs away. He's actually gonna be able to save the DTs. No, he runs the DTs away from the Warp Prism. Why?
Wanted to make sure the Warp Prism got away, I suppose. But
I guess, yeah.
Back to your point about how much, you know, mineral and gas he's wasting. We saw Todd do that, and, you know, he almost won the game, but it turned into those weird games. Yeah, those games. So there is something to be said
that was on
about
this map too.
It was. There's something to be said about putting too much into this 4-person harass. It looks good, especially when it is really doing damage, so you do take out the hive. But then the attack comes and you realize, well, I just sunk like, 2,000 into that. I don't have that big of an army. And Cham is now maxed out, pushing across the map with really great tech.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very scary situation. Viper's now just helping out those DTs as a future target for the hive, absorbing some energy from that. Gonna be able to do a very, very good push out. Now, with the Vipers, I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on this, because we don't actually have like Colossus or anything out. You kind of mentioned like we haven't really seen Gool go for the Colossus style. Is like Letad, where he doesn't get a lot of Colossus, but he has a lot of Immortals, which I think are going to be really important against like the Roach Hydra composition. Would you like to see Blinding Cloud, or would you like to see Pulls on the Archon/Immortals?
For a defensive position, that is to say that Cham is the one attacking the Blinding Clouds, because you just don't have a lot of room to run to.
Yeah, that's true.
But now we actually have this weird engagement where Cham probably not expecting their army to be out here. Maybe he now can. Yeah, he will do the pulls instead of the Blinding Clouds. He gets 2 Immortals almost for free. 2 more go down as well. The Zealots don't get nearly as good of a surround as they did versus that last or that Gool spot, and they get just roasted.
Yeah, and it looks like with all the roaches gone, wait a second, are these Archons and the Immortals? Oh my god, value Archons, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's so close.
That was like almost an even army trade though, and
it was.
At the same time, he's actually at the 4th expansion with a ton of Zealots and the DT. He's gonna kill it.
He gets the 4th expansion. That's a really good move. But Cham is back up to 100 supply. He cleans up this. This is a lot more minerals sunk into harass. He goes and attacks again.
Yeah.
Can Gool hold the second attack? I'm not so sure.
Maybe. The Immortals were the hard part to replace from that, right? Because even though high tempos are expensive, you have the warp gates, and if you have as many warp gates as he has right now, he has a lot of warp gates over here.
A lot of bank.
And yeah, he does have a good bank. He can warp in so many Archons immediately. Like, it doesn't take any extra time to do it, which is the big constraint he has. He has time to get up units to defend. He's not gonna have a lot of Immortals, but he's gonna have a large number of units, because that's what the great thing about Charge Lord Archon is.
Well, the problem right now is that there's only so many things that you have to pull, right? Like 2 Immortals, okay, I got those. Just Zealots, well, we saw him do well against the Lacerg, not doing so well now. But Cham's making sure to just kite the littlest amount. Does it on the Blinding Clouds to really mess up the Archons.
Zell's getting worked in as a attempted flanking position, I think, but it's just not enough. And Roaches, they just do relatively well and against high numbers of Zealots. Cham gonna be taking that game. And 2-2 finishes up for Cham. All right. Well, that certainly was an interesting game, but I think that's a really good way of just kind of showing the proper way to sort of deal with that style that Gool was going after. Not necessarily in terms of like punishing your opponent for staying on one warp gate for such a long time, but that charge lot Archon Immortal, like the Colossus-less style, or I almost just want to say like splash damage-less style. Oh. All right. You a go-kart?
Oh, sick camera, man.
Yeah, dude,
look
at that. Oh my god, so pro, so pro. Welcome Rifkin to the call.
Hey.
How are you feeling, man?
I'm so fucking tired, dude. Pardon me. Oh, sorry. I almost legit fell asleep in my chair. Not because your casting is boring, but because I was just like, oh god, I'm so tired.
I'm actually kind of amazed that you were watching. Like, I actually thought that you were dead and you were gonna get like a necromancer to resurrect you for the rest of the cast or something.
Yo, what's going on with my camera? Someone stay on.
It's messing up for me too.
Hey, I'll rejoin.
The passion is short-circuiting out.
Oh, that's right. No one chose who was gonna host.
I guess.
Oh.
Awkward.
Zombie Guard, nose goes.
Yeah, I'll go try and host, I suppose.
Right. Hey, welcome back. Okay, I'm not sure what to do with the cameras right now.
You can always just not put mine on. I'm okay with that. I am so. Oh. I don't even know where my hat is, man. I don't even know where my hat is.
Nobody will know who you are without your hat.
I know, it's my identity. Ugh. Yo, but that thing I pasted in chat was like from Facebook, by the way. Someone like went out of their way to actually message us on Facebook. You know how often nobody does that? I'm really liking Fear Dragon's casting. He's got a great voice and gels pretty well with Zombie Grub. It would be cool to hear how he sounds at a triple cast with ZG and Rifkin.
Well, thank you to whoever made that comment. All right. Well, now we actually have one of each race. We can.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Damn
No
it,
one here
I
plays
keep thinking
Zerg.
Zombie
Zombie Grub and I play real races. You're a scumbag. There's no Zerg here. What are you talking about?
I keep thinking that Zombie Grub plays Zerg.
Oh, I swear.
I am the closest thing to like a Zerg player here. Only
No,
on
Zombie
account of
Grub
the
used to
fact-
play Zerg.
No, only on account of the fact that I love playing Zerg.
I play random.
And that's because when I
That's
do
true.
play
Okay.
Zerg,
Okay. Zombie Grub plays random. That counts. That counts.
I play random too.
He does. He does.
No, actually,
We
what I
just both
play is cheese.
strongly
I play
identify as
cheese.
Terran. Well,
Yeah,
you-
I've seen your random game streams, dude.
Yeah, to be storm host. Yeah.
Oh my god. It is definitely something else. But all right. Yeah. Okay. Rifkin's in the game and everything. We're pretty much set. So, game number 2, Rifkin. How much of game number 1 did you catch?
I didn't, man.
he was like, oh,
All right. Okay. Well, just
I was
gonna
actually-
quick update.
I was busy. I'm not sure how well Zombie Grub was casting with you on account of the fact she was talking with me the whole time, like making
Okay,
fun of.
okay, I'm just gonna say this about like the base trade like casting crew. You guys are unbelievably amazing at casting games while still being in the chat, like Twitch chats. I don't know how you guys do that.
Because
Like
we're
what?
disgusting scumbags. We just take turns being ignorant to the other, and we're really good at bullshitting after we pick up. It's like, oh yeah, no, I totally agree with that statement, but looking forward over here on the right side. It's the trick to casting, guys.
Pro tips
What do
for
you think
anyone
of
looking to be
What do you
caster.
think of what's happening? No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. I love those things.
Yo, this is
but,
great too, because Fear Dragon, he always asks questions too when he casts, right?
oh.
Map intros.
Okay, map intros. I got this. It's a PVZ. All right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, welcome everyone to the game. We're in game number 2. And I don't know what the protocol is for 3 people casting on how introductions go.
Yo, Fear Dragon, I'm gonna let you finish. I don't know much about this guy in the top right, but it looks like the guy from Monsters Inc.
Mike
You know,
Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski, yes! Mike put his
Oh my god. You guys cast too much together.
I know.
Zombie Grub made that reference like a couple of times to me, and I didn't get it at all until she like
Nice.
I
explained
kept
it.
saying it with like the accent, like how Wazowski.
And the little cute little boo girl, she's still like, Mike Wazowski. Yo, okay, well,
All right.
out of my way, because guys, I spy with my little eye in the top right corner of the map.
Oh my god, I thought you just did it.
The
Wasn't that the
Blue
intro?
protest player. Wazowski.
It's Gool, bro.
Also known as Gool.
And it was good.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player representing No Dice Gaming. Zombie Grub, who is it?
It's Cham.
Nailed it. I
Jam
take it.
man.
Boom.
I don't know, but I'm guessing Cham's up 1-0.
Yeah.
He is actually.
Oh, so surprising.
Um,
Cham is actually a really good
oh my
player.
god!
So.
Oh my god! Rifkin, you've changed the way that Gool is playing because every single game we've seen from Gool, he's gone in base forge
What
first.
does it?
This game he went Nexus at first
I
and
know.
then in base forge.
But who does Inbase Forge after Nexus?
Would you say I've resurrected a new playstyle? Because
No.
Okay.
Like I'm zombie grad.
Oh man, that works too. I didn't even think about that. We're like, what's going on here? But all right, so one of the questions I have is like, I know Cham's up 1-0, but did it go to the late game or not? Because Cham, last time we've seen him, I mean, this guy, he kicks some ass. That's the bottom line.
It went to like midish,
yeah.
game.
Like top mid, low end.
It was like
high
diamond,
low
low masters. Yeah, exactly right. But no, I think the thing is, like, it was sort of weird. It was almost getting ready to transition to the late game because we had a Zerg player on Hive Tech, right? And Cham went for a really fast Hive Tech at like 1140, but then we had Lobo sitting on Charged Blood, Archon, Immortal. So it's kind of hard to say exactly what point in the game it was, but that's actually one thing that is worth saying. Like, we've seen Lobo. Or wow, did I say Lobo? I keep saying Lobo. Ghoul, I don't even know. Yeah.
I think you're low balling him.
No, Ghoul's been going for like a Charged Blood Archon, Immortal style, like every single one of his games. He's also been going for this earlier Forge first expansions in every single one of his games. He doesn't seem like he likes to alter his playstyle too much in his games.
I feel like I don't disbelieve you, but I would love to go back to the VODs and find you completely wrong. Just because how insistent you're being
Look
about
at all
Don't
5
worry.
Colossus this guy has. What is wrong with Fear Dragon?
Oh, don't worry. If I'm wrong about this, everybody in the chat will already know about it and point it out.
Reddit threads everywhere.
I don't think I'm cool enough to get a Reddit thread yet.
We got a Reddit thread last time we cast. It wasn't good.
Yeah. There's sometimes you get these really nice ones that are like, oh, these guys cast ridiculous amounts of hours, and then there's others that are like, yo, can these guys learn to observe, please?
All good. Well, Chronobus going down on workload technology, do you guys think this is like indicative of aggression, or do you think it's just standard Chronoboost?
He has been going for a 4-gate +1.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
Yeah, that's what I do fundamental. I mean, the Chrono Boost going to it, obviously, you know, it's Warp Tech. It's like the staple part of a Protoss build, but it's the Chrono Boost that I'm intrigued here. We've seen 4 gates, and I kind of think, you know, a long time ago, I used to be a big proprietor of like the +1 3-gate, but 4-gate without weapon upgrades still works out really freaking well. Either way, no, no, there's an overload right there. Why would you do that? What are you doing? No.
Oh my god. Well, okay, he's not shy about it, but here's the thing. Wait, 6 gateways. He's building an extra 2 at the natural expansion also.
Those are gonna be scouted too. Okay.
Yo, I like this door, bro. It's
really big. It's like a double door.
Okay, well, let's be honest. If you're being this aggressive, you're probably planning to wall off entirely anyways, right? Like, if you're going up to what? 8 gateways? 7 gateways?
Well, hang on. In all seriousness, like, the thing that's scary for Cham is, though, he might not actually be able to deal with this. The +1 weapon space is really hard to deal with, even if you've got roaches out. We saw Pig do some cool stuff earlier today in our tournament, you know, like 7 queens, 3 spine crawlers and such. But there are roaches on the way.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know, man. This is gonna be a very strange hold.
Oh my god,
this is about as all it as it gets.
This pylon, like these 3 pylons being thrown down is actually really awesome. Because they're like covering each other, so you can't get a full surround.
I mean, that's the weakness of these builds. Like, Lings will run around the army and snipe off the 1 pylon, so it's a smart choice here out of Mike.
Lobo? No, Ghoul. Cool.
No, Mike Podjanowski.
Alright, well.
I don't. Cham's supply block. That's gonna suck too.
Oh, yeah.
They're building spine crawlers, I suppose, at this point. I feel like he's doing such a good job. Like, he got 7 gateways. Oh, finally he starts warping 7 at a time.
There we go. I was gonna say, yeah, he's not really using the full strength of the gateways. He's got a lot of minerals in the bank too behind this. Mothership Core is down. Ooh, no more time warps for this fight, but the roaches are starting to clean this up.
Okay, that was it. That didn't even look that
Momentum
hard.
is gone. Yeah.
GG.
Well played.
All right.